So if you've ever played a video game, which I'm sure everybody watching this video has, then you'd know that the most satisfying part often isn't the end or when you win, but it's when you get that perfect timing. For example, you're playing Counter-Strike or a first-person shooter, and you get that one tap, boom, boom, headshot. And it's that perfect timing, that accuracy, that leads to satisfaction when you have that, you get it. It's difficult, but it pays off. Or you might be playing a rhythm game. You might be playing something like Osu or Dance Dance Revolution. And isn't it so satisfying when you push the beat exactly when you are meant to push the beat? When you put down your foot or you tap your mouse and you get that perfect score, that perfect timing that comes up. Where does this come from? Well, we have decided in our minds, and the external is helping to condition this, that getting that perfect timing is just really satisfying. It's just really enjoyable to have that, you got it, you did it, you succeeded. And you get dopamine from this. I mean, this is why people get addicted to games. And in this video, I'm not even talking about games. But what I am talking about is how using this idea of video games and timing and satisfaction can help to rewire the tasks that you do in your life. After all, it's operating on the same mechanism. Well, what do you mean, Dylan? Well, when you walk through your life, and you could just be physically walking. Let's start with a really simple example. Let's start with the example of you just walking down the street. Operating on that same principle of getting the satisfaction from accomplishment, or can you think about how you can use that same idea, that same mechanism in your walking? So left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, as you walk, as you continue to walk. Gain satisfaction from that, from the walking, using the same mechanism that you do in the games. And the mechanism is that you interpret the headshot, you interpret the click or the dance move as something that's really satisfying.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh my god, Teta!
And you can do this, you can apply the same principle to everything that you do by starting to see that it's satisfying and to develop satisfaction from it. To feel into that same feeling that you gain when you get that success, and to apply that feeling, the same feeling that you gain from that video game, that same dopamine, boom, and I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, that you did it, you got that headshot, applying that same feeling for even the most small and minute things in our life. Like washing the dishes. And then feeling into, oh, as I wash, ooh, that's a success. This is success. This is more success. And you keep rewarding yourself with that little bit of success. You keep feeding yourself dopamine. Because after all, who is it that gives you the dopamine when you get that headshot in the game? It's not the game. The game's not doing anything. It's visually there. It's you, it's your mind that has decided and that has interpreted that this is rewarding. That same mechanism is something you can apply. You have to decide this is rewarding. Now, no one's going to do it for you. It's not like the video game, which is basically telling you these are the things that you should do, these are the things you shouldn't do, these are rewarding, and it helps to reward you visually. But you can reward yourself mentally in the same way, the same feeling, even the same visual. You can visualize, if that helps. We can feel into it. But you're helping to retrain and rewire your mind to play the tasks in your life a bit more like a game, a bit more with reward. And I think you may have heard of a master of this, David Goggins. David effing Goggins. He's a master of this. And if you've read his books, he talks about how he runs like ultra marathons, ridiculous distances, like really long distances. It's crazy, 100 miles, 150 miles. And he's so tired and he wants to give up. And he plays this little game where he's rewarding himself. He says, oh, just a little bit more. I'll get to this part. Just a bit more. He doesn't see the end and he doesn't think of the end goal. He's thinking of, oh, what's the next step? Oh, I can do this. What's the next step? He's feeding himself and feeding his mind that dopamine that is allowing him to just really be satisfied with where he is and where he's moving towards, and just left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. He's walking along his path. And I think that's a really great way to start to train this in physical exercise. Things where you don't have to think too much, things where you can put it on autopilot, and a place where you can start to apply that feeling. But yeah, just try applying it in exercise. Could be a good start for you guys. And then doing your dishes, working on things you don't want to do so much, and then working on things like just during work or during study, and just helping to make it more rewarding, and thinking about, where can I make this more rewarding for myself? Because if I can make this more rewarding, if I can make this more like a game and just get really good and master the art of rewarding myself, like it's a skill that people don't teach you, but imagine if you can just master this art of rewarding yourself. You can just be a master at it, like a professional rewarder, professional feeding yourself good feelings and thoughts. And no one's going to even know that you're professional in it. That's the best part. Only you will, but eventually people may see it from the way you show up in the world. So try this out, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm really curious. I want to hear how you guys try this. And yeah, thanks for supporting the channel.
우리 다 같이 all together.